Good evening from the Philippines, and I'm sure it's daytime in America, so good morning, everyone. So, before I'm going to answer those few questions were sent to me in my email, allow me first to extend my sincere apologies for not being able to send directly the video. It's because last few weeks I was busy modifying the SLMs or self-learning module that our students will going to be used this school year amidst global health crisis. And so that's the reason why, and we were busy modifying our module, and of course preparing teachers load and the class program. So the first question that I'm going to answer is my teaching philosophy. So I want my classroom to be free of judgment, free of discrimination. So I want my classroom for my learners to be child friendly. It's because I believe that our students, our learners are unique individual. I want them to speak freely once they are inside my classroom, and I want to support them whatever things that they want to be in the future, so I always be guiding them. And of course, since we know already that this time is not, it's really different compared to our students before, probably because of the advent of technology. So our students must be heard, so we are not going to hinder them from doing that. So again, I want my students to be free of discrimination in my classroom, and I want my students to be engaged in my class. So I'm going to prepare interactive lesson for them to be interactive also. It's because once they are part of the lesson, they can learn very well. And aside from that, the voice of our learners this time is very, very important. It plays a vital role. It's because they are the next leader in our in our different countries. They will be the next leader in our future. So for the different components of lesson plan, the objectives must be SMART. So when we say SMART, it should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bounded. The objectives must contain a SMART objective. And in the process of the lesson plan, I really love to apply, or I'm using the Bloom's taxonomy with the 4A, especially in the procedure. So we will be applying, or I'm going to be applying the 4A's. So what is 4A's? So 4A's in the procedure is, first, you need to have an activity to encourage and to engage your learners in the lesson that you're going to prepare. And next is the analysis, and then we have the abstraction. Of course, that's a simple discussion of the lesson, and of course in the discussion it's not going to be teacher centered, but it should be learner centered. And of course we have also the application. And so that is the 4A's of the lesson plan. And we have to make sure, I have to make sure that you master the lessons that you're going to deliver to your students on that very day. So what are my experiences, in which I can say that I touch learners' lives? And the thing that I can still remember is when I was assigned in the remote barangay here in our place in the Philippines, particularly in Cebu City. I was assigned in the mountain barangays for 2 school years. So in the mountain barangays, the students came from different places. In fact, some of our students will leave their house or left their house at 5:30 in the morning, and then when they reach school, it's already 7:30 in the morning. So sometimes they are late, even though they left very early in their place, but still they came to school very late. It's because their house were very far from the school. And there was one time I was eating in Jollibee. When I am about to pay the bill, the manager came over, and then when I saw the manager, it was my student in that place. So I was very happy that when we see each other, he told me how very thankful he was for helping him dealing his daily activities when it comes to his lesson. It's because it's very difficult for him, and now I can see him very successful in his chosen career. He is now the manager of the one of the branches in Jollibee here in Cebu City. And because of that, when I paid the bill, of course, he gave me discount. So aside from that, I have so many students who are very successful now in their own lives. One of my students also, she's already a custom employee, and some students also, one of my student also now is my co-teacher in the school where I am teaching now. It's because she graduated already and took up bachelor's of secondary education, and now applying for a teacher in our school, and now she is a substitute in one of our classes there. So I think I've made a difference in my students' life because of the output or the product that I can see in them now. And thank you so much. I guess that's all.